Okay, so we're going to look at the brand new chapter and we're going to look at a bit more information about it now. So let's read through it and I'll give you my thoughts after. The 2nd year anniversary animation information is now available. The teenage girl's box ushers in the second god. The brand new chapter, The Dark Cause and Effect, will then also open, and the truth hidden in the dark world will soon unfold. Now, the first thing I must talk about is the name of this chapter, because there are 2 ways you can translate it. The Dark Cause and Effect, or Pitch Black Karma. I personally prefer the second one, since 因果 basically means karma, like the Buddhist concept. However, those are the 2 ways. I haven't decided which one I'll use when we actually get the PV, but yeah. And the reason why I feel like karma is such a good word to use in this context is because as I read the second paragraph to you and we get more information, I'll go into it a bit deeper. Brand new main storyline chapter. The Dark Cause and Effect. The residual rate has reached the point where it must be processed. The extermination plan. The faith to be reborn. The border city 30 years ago is both strange and familiar. The face of a teenager. The woman's memories. The secret of the pitch black world is about to be revealed. Okay, so we're talking about incidents or events that happened 30 years ago, and due to those events, it's probably affected how things are looking now. It's like some type of karma, right? That's why I feel like karma is good to use, but then so is cause and effect. Use whatever you want. Anyway, I know I translated this literally to say border city, but I think the CEA version calls it confluence. I think that's what they call the city. So when I say border city, I think I'm talking about the city of confluence. I don't know why they call it that. So we're introduced to this new woman. She's a teenager. We don't really have a lot of information, but we're introduced to these new individuals which are probably going to expand upon the story. The story is probably going to be really in-depth this time, as we're talking about breaking the cycle, as I mentioned in the previous video. I think the most interesting point here is the residual rate. So every time you reincarnate, that number slowly goes up every time you finish 1 week. In this storyline, it's finally reached that point where it has to be processed, it has to be handled. So I found that very interesting, because I've seen some people say that it's the amount of memories the commander is able to retain every time he reincarnates. I don't know if that's true, I can't really remember, to be honest, but I thought that was interesting. Of course, there were even some people saying that once you hit 1%, you'll cross over to the to the Steins Gate line and all of that stuff. You'll cross over to like the Alpha line, which I also thought would have been really cool. Due to the new system, you can play through your story as many times as you want now. So yeah, as for what the woman looks like, actually, now that I take another look, I feel like she might look like the same woman we see at the end of the Reminisce reincarnation song. A lot of people had many different opinions on that. I personally think that's the god that Anne was modeled after. And she has the same blonde hair and she kind of has the same, I don't know, I think they look similar. It could just be me. And the second picture, I'm not sure if that's Fennec or no, it's not Fennec. I'm not really sure who that person is in the second picture. I thought it was Fennec for a second, but I have no idea. Anyway, those are just my thoughts on it. Let me know what you think. I will be posting the Fennec ending video that I mentioned in my past video I just uploaded before the 2nd year anniversary drops, so make sure you stay tuned for that if you want to get some more information about the story. With that said, I'm out.